10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey. All right, it's HomeSpun Sports. Oh, with just a little twist of some down home wisdom. Hey, I am your host right here, good old H-Town, Houston, Texas. We're up there in Oklahoma City, my kinfolk. Last P in the share. My baby boy, what's Slam, man?
Man, it's been a while, Coach, but it's good to be back on camera with you.
Hey man, it's been a minute, but I promise you, man, our listeners and viewers are in for a treat this morning, for real, for real. Uh, Very special guest is a good and dear friend of mine. There were three teams undefeated in the FBS going into week 13. And his alma mater, the Texas A&M Aggies, are number 3 in the country, and one of the greatest Aggies of all time is our very special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Richmond Webb. Man, dog, thanks for
There
coming
we
on,
go.
Rich, man. Thanks for coming on.
Good morning, Slam. Coach, what's going on? How y'all doing this morning?
Great, man. Dude, right quick. I'm telling you, every time I think of you, I think of the sovereignty of Almighty God. I know it got to be a God somewhere because I'm sitting in that meeting when Jackie Shearer walked in at the head table and he sat down and announced, we're going to move Richmond Webb to offensive line. And you could have heard a rat pee on drugstore cotton. And he said, we just put him down there on that scout team. He'll be just fine. He'll be just fine. And now here you are, man, after an illustrious pro football career that spanned how many years, Rich? You played in the league?
13.
13 years and on the Hall of Fame ballot again, and you will get there at some point in time. Ain't no question about it, man. But hey, man, thanks, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Glad to be here. When you brought up the good old days back then, I thought about old Dennis Ransom, and he always hit you with hat, hands, and feet. And that was one of the things you used to teach him when when he was coaching. And you'd have Roper and Aaron Wallace and those guys mad at him because he's pretty good tight end. And once he figured it out, and he was a blocking machine, but he gave him a great look. Getting them prepared for the game. So yeah, I just thought about that when you were talking about that.
Rich, man, and I'm glad you brought that up. Big shout out Dennis Ransom. I know you watching Dennis Ransom. One of the things you think about that, Rich, that was a scout team that had Mike Barber at center.
Yeah.
Mike Arthur.
Mike Arthur
At center. They went on and played a long time with the Bengals.
And Patriots, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you at one of the offensive tackles, is 3 pro football players. They were up on that scout team. And when you think about on that defense, 9 of the starting 11 played in the NFL.
Yeah.
Man,
we were loaded, yeah.
Oh man, we had some players. Yeah, we go across the field, Sam. So scout team went across the field against that first team Aggie defense, the Wrecking Crew. And I can still, man, every now and then we break one for a touchdown. I mean, against 9 guys in the NFL on that defense played on Sunday. And RC Slocum get mad. Rich,
he get mad because, of course, you know how coach is right here. He giving it to him, and every time we have a successful play like that, we're talking trash to the players, and then Coach Slocum is getting on the players because you're going against the number 1 defense. This is not supposed to be happening. So
no.
Yeah, it was funny, but yeah, that was some good days back then. But he was getting us ready. They really helped us get ready because you playing against guys that's they more polished and this and that. And as you continue to work on it, that's how you're gonna get growth and you're gonna get better. So you took lessons, but every now and then you give out a good one, and coach wouldn't let them forget it. Well, I tell you that.
RC get that football, Rich. Remember, he throw it up in the stands. He throw it. Oh, now damn it! You won't chase the football. Oh, damn it! Now, damn it! Run up in the bleachers. All 11 of you, run up and get that damn football.
But he could
Man,
coach some defense, man. I'm telling you, Coach Slocum could. I mean,
oh
he would
man.
dial up some stuff there.
Um,
Yeah, and that was my recruiting coach too. So, yeah, but
yeah,
yeah, he's
yeah,
a good coach. Yeah, man.
yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm talking about the good old days now.
Yeah.
Rich, what would you say is the biggest difference between the team that you played, the Aggie team that you played on, and the Aggie team today? I mean, we looking at the rankings there, 15th in total offense, 13th in points per game,
Yeah.
and they're a top 25 team in third down conversions.
You know what? I think it's a lot of similarities. But man, I've been really impressed with this team, and I think some of the similarities is they just got playmakers, and a lot of times you get the ball in receivers' hands. It's not just the catch; it's the yards after the catch, and not only that, but I think the strength coach that we got from LSU is making a huge, tremendous difference. And I think the other similarity is the mindset. Anytime you get down a game, 27 points, and you're able to overcome that's not typical. Most of the time, that's an L. So they've even done some things that we wasn't able to do. So I think what I like is they seem like they truly believe in themselves. They definitely believe in the vision of the head coach. They dialed in, and they don't pay attention to the noise outside. It's everything look like it's kept in house. And most people are giving them a lot of respect, but a lot of time, every now and you hear some of the analysts, and they'll still have question marks, which I think that's the job of being an analyst. So I don't take it personally. You got to try to find, they do this great, that great. But if you can get them to do that, but you can do that with any team. So I'm just happy that we're having the success we've had, because it's been long overdue, and it's a lot of people wearing this maroon that's really, really happy right now.
Looks like y'all on a crash course for Georgia, Coach.
Yeah, no question.
You can't run from it. I mean, Georgia is what it is, and I think that's what we're trying to become, the Georgia, the Alabama. Not just this year, but consistently put yourself in position to be in the college playoffs and be one of those teams that's always discussed. And it's and before Georgia, it was Alabama, then Georgia, and hopefully we're going to be one of those teams that's in the conversation. I think the way Coach Elko is approaching it and building it, hadn't met him personally, but I think even with establishing the relationship with the high school coaches here in the state of Texas, building the core and that relationship, a lot of times, everybody got money. So it ain't about just NIL money. But a lot of time it's the relationship you got with the coach, that if I send you one of my players, he's going to be developed, he's going to be taken care of, and not just, let me see what I can, just do for a minute and forget about the kids. So he's on a whole different level. I think he's going to have success. And the other thing I like about Coach Elko, like I said, I never met him. He just got an extension, right? But not only what I love about his extension is he made sure his assistant coaches got awarded bonuses and pay scales. And normally you don't hear too much about that from a head coach. You know what I'm saying? So his assistants are locked in. Of course, I'm sure some of them going to get, head coaching jobs. But at the same time, everybody don't want to be a head coach. So he'd be like, man, if I could just stay here and I know this guy got my back. It's different when you build that level of trust, not only with your players, but with your staff and all that. You get that. He on a different level. I got a lot of respect for Coach Elko. I just hadn't had an opportunity to meet him, but he's doing a tremendous job.
Rich, you think of Texas A&M football, we talked about R.C. Slocum, the wrecking crew.
Yeah.
That has been the signature of Texas A&M football. But I don't remember ever a time when they have been this strike quick on offense.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all got some young men. That running back room: Lavon Moss, Reuben Owens, E.J. Smith, Amari Daniels. Y'all got some home run hitters.
Yeah.
Man, I had a conversation with Jackie Sherrill right before fall camp, and I was asking him. I said, if I was going to defense Texas A&M, would make Texas A&M to beat me throwing. Wouldn't Marcel Reed beat me running. I would make Marcel Reed beat me throwing, and Jackie Sherrill say, "Oh well, then you pick your poison," because they went out and got some show enough go getters for him to throw it to. A little bit now, but y'all, you got that Concepcion kid you
Yeah.
got in the portal. Who else? Now you got some home run
You got
hitters at the wide out.
Craver.
Yeah,
Craver. I can't think of number three's name right now, but he's starting to come on as the season has progressed. And then also the big tight end. We got 2 or 3 big tight ends that also been
yeah,
effective. The tight end was the one that caught the winning score against Notre Dame when we were on the road, and it was a few
that's
seconds.
right.
So when
That's
you got
right.
playmakers on the field and you can spread the ball around, like you said, and then like you talk about Moss, EJ Smith, Reuben Owens, all these running backs, you got playmakers at every position and people that can go the distance, or it just, like you say, you got to pick your poison. But that's the way you got to be built, because once the playoffs start, we're not the only team built like that. I'm just honest, but you got to have that to be able to compete. And then it comes down
Absolutely.
into who makes the less mistakes. It goes down in that, but at least you plan on a level spiel and say, we're not going up against a Georgia and we don't have the same type of athletes. They do this and that. And now it comes down to
Okay.
coaching and scheme and all that. And that's what you
Okay.
want.
Okay. When you talked about what makes this team different, last Saturday, Clem calls me. He goes, "Daddy, South Carolina got this." I'm like, "Dump y'all down, I mean, y'all down 3 touchdowns before you could turn around."
Yeah.
And Slim calls me. He said, "Daddy," he said, "South Carolina got this." And I texted him back. I said, 4 quarters, partner. They played 4 quarters, but hey, man, damn, 30-3 at
Yeah.
halftime
Yeah.
to
At home.
overcome. Come on now, Rich.
If you're on the road, it's just what. But I think that's what saved us. We was at home, and I was watching the game, and it was one of those games where I think he hit Concepcion in the end zone, and he dropped. That's not typical. He got rushed, and he was trying to throw a lateral pass, and the guy, it was like mistakes like that, and I was saying, man, if we could just get something to swing the momentum. But when you're down, like, you gotta be honest, when you're down, like what Slim said, you like, man, this is a lot to overcome. And you look at it, and it's one of the things where you say you just come out and battle and play for pride. And then they came out, I said, okay, now this looks like us. I don't know if we're gonna overcome it, but I knew we had a chance when we was able to score 21 points in the third quarter. And I was like, oh, we right back in it. I say, now we got a ball game. And South Carolina never could break that momentum. And, fortunately, we had enough time to come back and, win that game. But a lot of people say, well, yeah, you don't do that. Now, I get it, this and that. But typically during a season, whether you're undefeated or you got one loss or whatever, it's always a game that if you come out flat or you're not doing anything, if you can kind of get through that one there, it makes it easy. And I thought the one I was really the games I was concerned about, where we had a stretch where we had to play Arkansas, LSU, and Missouri. All those were 3 road games in a row. And I was like, that's going to be tough to get through. You know what I'm saying? But we got through it, bit.
Yeah.
And then come home to South Carolina and then falls. I was like, oh, man. No, don't do this to me. Yeah.
I'm like you, man. I'm like you, but this is kudos to Mike Elko, because this is a different mindset. This is a different mindset that takes anything. I thought about that down 30-3, kind of put me in the mind in Cal Field, and you right there. We stand on the sideline watching Kevin Murray, aka 1-4, in that Baylor game.
Yeah, Baylor game. It was some, and we were down 17. So and back then we didn't throw the ball as much, so it was more run. So as you run the ball, the clock eats up. So to be able to overcome that, but I give the nod to this 2025 team. Come back 27 with something serious. Yeah,
there ain't no question. Rich, man, you are you got two podcasts that you're involved in. Tell us about that, man. What's been up with that?
Yeah. One of them is basically both of them is talking Dolphins football. One of them I'm just a guest panelist. This guy named Reason, and he does a show probably 5-6 days a week. That me and another guy, his real name's Kevin, but we call him Mr. Ballgame on the show, and it's called
Okay.
Finside the NFL. And it's normally Wednesday
Right.
nights. Texas time is probably about 6:30, 6:45. And we go live and we discuss the previous, week of what the Dolphins did, win, lose, which has been a little rough this year. We talk Dolphins football and talk about the next upcoming game and discuss that, what's going on with the Dolphins and this and that. And then the other one is a podcast, and it normally airs on I think Friday. I think that's what it's called. The YouTube channel is Call Me Dan, but it's me. And how ironic is this? The guy name is Dan Marino, but it's
Get out of here.
Moreno. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's from France. And
all right.
yeah, we talk. He's a big Dolphin fan, and we talk Dolphins football, but from the perspective of not so much trying to analyze. We have fun with it. So we'll bring on a guest, and he'll surprise me with a guest from anywhere in the United States or international. I've talked to people from Germany, France, Spain, and also in the United States. And we go about 30, 40 minutes and just interact with fans. And I like to kind of get the history of how somebody from whether you started in 2000 or some people started in the 90s or the 80s, what made you become a Dolphin fan? It's just fun. So it ain't all serious and breaking down the numbers. I like doing that sometimes. So you just have a conversation with people.
Yeah, well, when you got a podcast about talking about the Dolphins, you need to be having fun.
Right now, you need to be as much fun as we can. So
yeah, you need to be having fun.
Hey, Coach, the good thing is we've won the last two, and we got a bye week. So we got 3 good. We on a good roll now. So we, bye week, and then after that we play the Saints. So right now I'm in a good spot. If you called me a few weeks ago, I was like, no, we're not gonna say nothing about that.
Right? And you know what? To his credit, Mike McDaniel found a running game.
Yeah,
ran the ball.
And you know who toting that rock back there, huh? Mr. A-Can.
Yeah.
He's probably if I would say he's probably MVP right now. The Dolphins, the type of season.
No question.
Yeah,
no question. David A-Chan, isn't that it? Texas A&M.
Yep.
Texas A&M. Texas A&M running back. Ain't no question. He can run that rock, man.
World class sprinter. He real deal. He's not a big guy. I think that's what impresses me about him is he can run between the tackles. You figure a guy that size with that type of speed, he just sweeps outside. He can run in between, and you can see that sometimes he has patience, and then he'll hit you with that quick burst.
Okay.
If he get past the linebackers and it's in between the safeties and corner, that's when the track speed come in, because when he run by you, he don't even look sideways. He just keep his head straight and just he's something serious.
He always helped me get my prize pick line. Always. Always. I never miss my prize pick line when I bet on each one.
I'm about to talk to Slim. Slim over here got a little hustle going on over here.
Little bit.
Yeah. So I saw where you and Chandra were back there for the reunion. Yes, you saw it on social media. You went back for the reunion, the Dolphin thing. You went back for that.
Well, no. Well, we went back for it, and we're having. This is the 60th year of the Dolphins. Can you hear me? Okay, so this is.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Okay, can you hear me, Slim? Or I'm breaking up?
You there?
No, you good. You good. We're good on our end.
Okay, so when we went back, that was for Keith Jackson. You from Oklahoma, so I know you know who Keith Jackson, your tight end, played at Oklahoma. First round pick for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Can you fix it? We got a faulty connection. Okay. Rich, can you hear me?
I hear you good. I hear Slim good. Slim can hear me, but you can't for some reason.
We're good. You need to fix your end, dog.
Okay, because you're still, and I can see you. you can hear me, but it's coming through kind of messy.
Yeah, I can hear him real good.
Okay. All right. So Jalen Waddle is a relative of Percy Waddle, another great Aggie. Is that you visit, chop it up with them guys when you go back? You talk to them?
Yeah, I was honorary captain when I was just back down there for the game, and was able to give him a quick little fist pound. And anytime I
Okay.
find information about Jalen, I always send it to Percy, because him and Percy probably talk at least 2 or 3 times a week. So
Okay.
you got family. That's Percy's family, but that's mine, because we played together as well. And
That's right. That's
yeah,
right. That's
yeah,
right.
he's good kid.
So okay, so you will be in Atlanta, right? Y'all get to Atlanta, you're gonna be there for that one, right?
I'm
For
trying to
the
get to
NCC
Atlanta. Yeah,
championship.
yeah, yeah. It'll be good. It'll be
Okay,
good to be
all
in
right.
the ATL. Yes.
Yeah, man. Okay. Hey, Rich, man, thanks so much, my brother. We sure do appreciate you coming on, man. We sure appreciate it, man. Hey, listen, and the next time we got to get you and your high school teammate, classmate, and another one of the greatest Aggies of all time, Aaron Wallace. We got to have both of you guys on the show, okay?
That sounds
So,
like a
so cool.
plan.
So, yeah, man. From the Bell, representing from the Bell. The Bell, all the blue and white. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
That's
man.
it. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, hey, listen, Rich, man. Thanks so much, man. We do appreciate it.
Real
Hey,
talk, bro. Thank you so
always
much.
a pleasure. Y'all family to me, so I appreciate y'all taking time to put me on the show. And Coach,
No.
yeah, come on now, you ain't forgot. Come on now,
Man,
come on now.
no,
I
no,
gotta bring
and
you
never
home. Yeah,
will,
come
and
on
never
now.
will,
Yeah, everybody don't know about that.
and never
Come on
will.
now.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Rich, man, thanks, my brother. We do
Thank you, sir, coach.
appreciate it. We do appreciate it. Give my best to Chandra and your family, man.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Y'all have a great day. Thank you.
All right, coach.
Appreciate it, Rich. Appreciate it,
All
man.
right.
What a guy. What a guy, man. I'll tell you something, man. It's just a matter of time. He will be in Canton, Ohio.
Oh
One
yeah.
of the best left tackles in the history of the National Football League. But
Oh
more
yeah.
than that, just a first class guy, man. I'm telling you, it gives me chills. So think about it, man. We said in that big room, man. Jackie Sherrill walked in, he sat down here and said, where? He looked around, he said, we're gonna move Richmond Webb. Jackie never talked to Bubba Whisper. We're gonna move Richmond Webb to all. It's like, what?
Even these impersonations,
Man, I'm telling you, man, and the rest is history, man. And man, I'm talking about. We had 3 NFL players on the scout team offensive line. You know what I mean?
man.
Yeah,
Man,
dog.
that's loaded like a baked potato, man.
Talking about 3 and 1 future Hall of Famer. Yeah, yeah. We had some dogs, man. Well, man, did you see the bracket for the Division II playoffs? It's
I
been
did,
set.
coach.
The road to the national championship, the bracket set. The road
That's
to the
it.
national championship in Division II starts today. And Slim, there has not been an HBCU play for the national championship and no win a
And
national
win
championship.
since 1973.
No, 78. 78.
78. 78. You're right.
78.
You're right, coach. You're
Rudy,
right.
Rudy Hubbard,
Yeah.
Rudy Hubbard, and the Florida A&M Rattlers. You know, Slim,
If
that
you
was
could
my
call it right, if you could call it right now, who would you say gonna win it this year?
well, it's 5. Right quick, right quick. It's 5 HBCUs in the
It is.
tournament.
It
It's
is.
5.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia Union, they
Mm-hmm.
9-1. Johnson C. Smith is 10-1.
Yep.
Kentucky State 9-2. Benedict College, big shout out to Benedict College. You know, we walk right out our backyard and walk right across the fence, and we had
Literally out the backyard. And there's the stadium right there, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And Benedict 9-2. Big shout out to Ron Dickerson Jr. Lil Ron, Lil Ron, yeah, did a hell of a job with that football program, but they lost the SIAC championship game to Albany State.
Mm-hmm.
So the CIAA got 3 representatives in this tournament:
Mm-hmm.
Virginia Union, John C. Smith, Kentucky State. The SIAC got 2 representatives in this tournament: Kentucky State and Albany. Yeah, Albany is the best team. Albany State got a dog. They got them boys from Valdosta. And
Valdosta, yeah, man.
ooh, Lord, man. But it's five HBCU Slim got a shot to win the national championship. And we're certainly pulling for them. I tell you, John C. Smith got Frostburg State, Virginia Union, got California, Pennsylvania. And I'll give you a name when you talk about Virginia Union. They got that running back Curtis Allen. He can tote it. He can tote it.
All right.
Albany State got Valdosta. Benedict got Wingate.
Mhm.
And Newberry has Kentucky State. So, boy, yeah, it's gonna be a
Shout
hell of
out
a
to
race.
shout out to everybody that's in here. First of all, watching this because Coach, we got a couple of comments. We got a couple of people in the comment section that are really looking
Really?
forward to the
Oh
South
man.
Carolina State Delaware State game.
Okay. Okay. What's the comment? What it saying?
Coach is from this is good morning, gentlemen. Hope all is well. I'm Andrew Body's dad, the quarterback from Alabama State. And he said, I hope we have a great show.
Well, thank you so much. We sure do appreciate any comments, input. Clem and I have been doing this for 7 years. I think we're the only father and son sports talk show, but we do appreciate. And your child is one hell of a football player. He
Mhm.
certainly is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He can play, and I think that young man has a tremendous future. And hope that I understand he had that shoulder injury, and that hopefully he'll be back by the time you all play Tuskegee in the Turkey Day Classic. But yeah, yeah, man, we appreciate it. Anybody listening? I didn't see that. Who else?
Yeah, man. So, well, I'm on the computer, so I can see it. You on your
Yeah,
phone.
oh yeah.
Michael Summers Sr., your little brother, says
Hey,
South Carolina
I know,
State,
brother. I know right
Delaware
where he
State.
is. I know right where he is. I know right where he is, and we coming to that. Can we start on it right now, Slim?
Let's do it. Let's do it, Coach. Let's
Like
do it.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. As soon as the show's over, and I'm gonna get right here, comfortable in this sofa. I'll get me a little breakfast, and then get it on TV because South Carolina State Bulldogs, on the road today, Delaware State, to find out who will represent the MEAC in the Celebration Bowl. Slim, that's gonna be a throwdown. Both of these teams
Shout out.
coming to this game.
I'm about
Slim,
to say shout out to both these teams, Coach. They're coming off 6-game win streaks.
both of them.
Both of them.
Can you
Some
believe
hotter than fish grease, man.
hotter than fish grease? Both of these teams, Chennis Berry and them Sir Big Shot, fried Chennis Berry. But let me tell you something, boy. That boy, you have got to tip your cap to Deshaun Jackson.
Definitely Coach of the Year in the FCS.
A strong candidate, no question.
Yeah.
Slim, Deshaun Jackson got Delaware State, the Hornets of Delaware State, with 8 wins, 6 in a row. Slim, Delaware State ain't won 8 games in the last 2 decades. Talk about
Years.
combined.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Somebody getting the pay raise.
hey, man, you have got to commend that brother. I mean, in his
Job
first year
security.
on the job, Slim in his
Job
first year on the
security.
job. Yeah,
Man.
but not. South Carolina State, man, you talking
Mm.
football program steeped in tradition. Slim,
Yeah.
I was with the first African American to be head coach in Division One, Willie
Willie
E.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, College Football Hall of Fame. I was his guest. Well, I was Mike Summers' guest. Man, Slim, they do it a big time game day at South
Oh man,
Carolina State.
I saw your videos you
Oh,
posted on
player,
Facebook, man. It was nice.
man, me and your mama up there in that press box, man. I'm tell you something. And Slim, they eat good and they pour good, Slim. Ooh, Slim, man, let me tell you something, partner. That's big time. South Carolina State on game day, man. That's impressive, man. Slim, I'm sitting up there eating shrimp Creole, drinking Heineken, and I turn around and Donnie Shell is standing right by me. NFL Hall of Famer, South Carolina
Wow.
State alum, man. Deacon Jones, Rick Carson, Marion Motley. I mean, South
That's big
Carolina
time.
State on game day is impressive. No
That's big
question
time.
about it. Slim, South Carolina State comes into this game also riding an 8-game winning streak. They have outscored their opponents in the last 6 games, 234 points to 111 points. They're
They also won
explosive.
9. They also won 9 of their last 11 matchups. In the last
Between
2 matchups,
between
between
these two teams.
the last two by a margin of 104 to 42, coach.
Mm-hmm. These last 2 teams. Yeah, between South Carolina State and Delaware State, South Carolina State has clearly been putting a foot in their ass. But I'm going to tell you now, partner, here's the thing. Here's the thing. And I like to kid my boy Mike Summers about this because I know how to rub him the wrong way and put a burr under his saddle. Slim, if you watch that North Carolina Central game, South Carolina State played North Carolina Central. North Carolina State was inside the 2-yard line. Rush attempts, and they could not knock North Carolina Central off the ball. 4 rush attempts, 0 points. Okay? If South Carolina State is going to win today and represent the MEAC and go to Atlanta and play in the Celebration Bowl, they must own the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. And you can rest assured Deshaun Jackson gonna test them.
Yeah.
Deshaun Jackson gonna test them. You know, Slim, I got several been out of the loop for a minute, but I got still several friends in college coaching in the HBCU, and the consensus when you talk to them, what about South Carolina State? They soft. I'm just telling you, that's what they say. You watch it on tape, you watch it on film, you're on the 2-yard line, you run the ball 4 times, and you don't get across the goal line. What folks gonna say? What would you say? What would you
I
say?
would say you soft.
And
I say we got a problem because your folk can beat my 5.
Drugstore cotton. So that's the consensus. That's the consensus. South Carolina State, they think they saw. Now you rest assured, Delaware State watched the same film, and Delaware State had led the MEAC in rushing. Okay,
Yep.
so you put 2 and 2 together. Okay, take 5 to kill 5. You know what South Carolina State, what Delaware State gonna try to do.
Yep.
So, but and the other thing too. Here's the other thing too. Before we move on, it looks like that Prairie View in the SWAC, Prairie View won the West. Jackson State beats Alcorn today. Okay,
It's gonna happen.
it should happen. Alcorn won 5 games. Jackson State, very good team, I think. Yeah, they lost. They slipped up and lost to Grambling. But if Jackson State takes care of their business, their D-line coach, big shout out, Aaron Jackson, handle your business today. Okay, one of my cheerleaders coached the D-line in Jackson State. Now, rest assured on this. Here's what makes this whole thing so intriguing. Jackson State thinks South Carolina State soft too. I'm just gonna call it what it is. They think they soft too.
Yep.
And they beat them last year in the Celebration Bowl when they matched up with South Carolina State. South Carolina State met Jackson State last year in the Celebration Bowl. And Jackson State might not be as good as a team all around, but in the defensive line, they're better than they were last year. So big game.
As per my previous statement, Coach, when my 4 beats your 5, you got a problem.
Come on now. I taught you well.
While we in the HBCU world, let's talk about how Marshall Falk is getting talk as becoming the new head football coach at Southern.
That is a talk, Slim. It's real. Slim is real. He has interviewed for that job.
Oh, there's some weight to this.
I promise you some weight to it. What's your take? What's your take, Slim? What's your take?
Another celebrity hire, Coach.
Okay. Okay.
It just off the top of my head, it's another celebrity hire. I mean, he's coached where?
He's running back coach in Colorado, and I'm glad you
Okay,
brought
where?
that up.
Yeah, well, that,
I don't know where else he coached, but since you mentioned Colorado, people lie, numbers don't.
mhm.
The man the man is making, and it's public record. Wikipedia will tell you
You can
this.
Google it. You can Google this.
Yeah, he's making 400 G's as the running back coach on at Colorado, assistant under Deion Sanders. Making 400,000.
Hmm.
Southern fires Terrence Graves, and they were paying Terrence Graves 250,000.
They were
Now
paying
Terrence,
Eric Dewey 310.
hey, but there you go, and they were paying Eric Dewey 310,000, who was let go before they hired Terrence Graves. If they pay Marshall Falk what they were paying Eric Dooley, Slim, that's $90,000 less than what he's making now.
So he finna move from a Power Five school to
Yeah,
an HBCU and is about to make $90,000 less
but
for what?
it bingo. Now this raised the question, and I'm going to be quite frank about this, Slim. Being a fan and a supporter of Deion Sanders since he took the job at Jackson State, I was skeptical. I admit it, and my critics came against me for this. Okay, but that man has demonstrated that he is a ball coach and a CEO. He got the number one player in the country, Travis Hunter, to come to an HBCU. And you got to give that man credit for that.
Come on,
Took
man.
him with, listen, not only that, took him with him to Colorado and transformed him from being the number one player in the country to a Heisman Trophy winner and the second player to go in last year's draft. So you cannot argue with that man's formula for
Okay.
developing young men.
Okay.
And I'm a fan of Deion Sanders.
Hmm.
But here's the fact. Now, as we speak, Colorado 3-7. They got Arizona State, then they got Kansas State. So they looking 3-9 square in the face. The athletic director, Rick George, has stepped down. The man who brought him there is stepping down, and the man has had some health issues, most importantly.
Yeah.
Now, add all that up to your running back coach, and I get it. He's from New Orleans, he's from South Louisiana, Baton Rouge, 65 miles from New Orleans. I get it. But man, that the first thing that went through my mind, the first thing I'm thinking, man, what's up with Dion? We got to be lifting up Coach Prime in our prayers. I don't think contractually all that he's on the hot seat bullshit. He's just fine.
Hmm.
They can't make enough money to run him out of Colorado. And they need all that talk about hot seat and Deion Sanders, whatever it is, that man has made the state, not just the University of Colorado, that man has made the state millions,
Yeah.
multi-millions. He's
Hmm.
a money-making machine. He ain't lying when he said, I don't follow money. Money follow me. He
Oh,
wasn't
my,
lying
yeah,
about that.
money follow me.
Yeah, he ain't lying about that part. My concern is for about that brother's health. But it makes you wonder, Slim. Makes you wonder. Yeah. You gotta follow that one close, though. You gotta follow that one real close. Yeah,
Praying for all the Sanders, actually, coach.
yeah,
All of them.
yeah. So Slim, man, in D1 football, let's get on D1.
Let's
You
do it.
ready?
Let's do it.
Man, Slim, dude, it's week 13
Yep.
in college football. And already in the SEC alone, it's 4 job openings. In the SEC alone. Got LSU
Louisiana
open
State, Auburn, Arkansas, and
and Florida Gators. And
Florida.
the Florida
Yep.
Gators. Florida Gators. That's just in the SEC.
This is an SEC.
And you got UCLA open, you got Okie State open, you got
Hmm.
Stanford open, you got Oregon State open, you got Colorado State open, you got UAB open. Okay.
Possible Florida State.
Did you see that? They got drugged. They got drugged by NC State, possible Florida State. I'll tell you something else too, Slam. I'm gonna tell you, it's 2 more that could pop. The Shane Beamer being a cheerleader going in the tunnel in College Station up at Texas A&M, and Richmond talked about that. They had Texas A&M down 30-3 at the half, correct?
Correct.
And scored nary a point in the
In the
second
second
half
half. Coach, I
to get
watched it. I
yeah,
watched it.
yeah. And the worst part, because any way you slice it up, okay, you're a head coach. I don't give a damn. Warner, you're up 30 points and whatever. They tremendous lead at halftime. You walk your ass through that tunnel and up that dressing room. Let them chant, let them fans in the bleachers wave pom poms and cheer. You may acknowledge them with a casual wave, but you keep your head down and you get your ass on in that locker room and coach up your team. And he up there waving and cheering and all that. Man, shit. And then you gotta look like had that deer in the headlight look in your face when you try to explain to them money people how you blew a 30-point lead and got your ass beat 31-3. And they scored 9 points in the second half.
Now, point, Coach.
Now here's my
Three
point.
and out, man.
Now here's my point. Here's my point. Here's my point. Dabo on the rebound got to finish strong. They ain't gonna fire Dabo Swinney. Don't even think that. But he goes, South Carolina, that boy Norris Sellers ran through that Clemson defense last year in Death Valley at Clemson. He ran through them like poo-poo through a goose. Now, they go, now Dabo goes to Williams-Brice in
Mhm.
Columbia, South Carolina. And the talk I'm hearing is Shane Beamer get his ass whipped this time. He get after what happened to Texas A&M last Saturday, and
Adios, mofo.
it could be. It could very well be. Now that's a week from today, but we'll see about that one. And Sam, I'll tell you something else. I'll say about another. We talked about this in our meeting. Another one to keep your eyes on for opening. Better watch out for the eyes of Texas are upon you all the live long day.
Steve.
I'm gonna tell you why Steve Sarkisian could very well be trying to haul ass out of Austin, Texas. Three reasons.
Ah,
Three reasons, right quick. Number one, they already got 3 losses.
yeah.
They got Texas A&M to close out the season. And Mike Elko, he got caught sleepwalking one time. That was last week against South
Ain't happening
Carolina.
again.
I get it. It ain't gonna happen
Ain't
this time.
happening again.
And, thank you. And this is Texas,
This
Texas
Texas,
A&M.
Texas A&M. This is one of the biggest rivalry games in college football, not just in the state.
It won't be no sleepwalking this time, brother. Okay, so you can rest assured Mike Elko will have them Aggies ready to play. And so, Slim, that's loss number 4.
Okay.
Okay. Then the second reason is this is a depleted roster that he's going to have to rebuild NIL. Okay, that Texas got money, but you got to spend a lot of money. Okay, because this is a bad roster. Okay, and it's an underachieving roster.
It's an
Okay,
underachieving roster, Coach. Not a bad roster. It's an underachieving because at
well,
the beginning
that's
of the
why I
season,
said
at the beginning of the season, we thought this team was going to be undefeated going into the championship game.
preseason number 1. You're preseason number 1. You're preseason number 1, Slim. And right now, going into week 13, they got 3 losses. They're underachieved. Okay, they're underachieved. Okay, so now he got to go. He got to go rebuild that, and this is going to be a big year in turnover in the National Football League. When I say Steve Sarkisian looking to exit, I ain't talking about the college job. I'm talking about NFL. If you look at the man's resume, he's a West Coast guy. That's where they shop for college coaches, West Coast guys. Head coach at USC, head coach at Washington. He's a Pac-10 guy. He has NFL experience. Okay. He's been a coordinator in the NFL. Okay. And then, Slim, the third and most important reason, if I'm Steve Sarkisian, I'm sitting there. Anybody who know anything about football offensively knows that there ain't a damn thing wrong with his quarterback, Arch Manning, that a good dose of the Sun Belt Conference wouldn't fix. Arch Manning is in way over his head. In a word, his ass ain't like. Now, you call it like it is. Call it like it is. It wasn't. It's Slim.
Ah,
Hey, Slim. If you watch the Ohio State game,
my God.
it wasn't nothing wrong with Texas offense, but Arch Manning.
The March Madness.
If you watch the loss to Florida, it wasn't nothing
Arch
wrong
Manning.
with Texas offense, but Arch Manning. Slim, he wasn't impressive. They had UTEP and San Jose State at home, and he wasn't impressive in either one of them.
He threw a pick
Okay,
against UTEP, dude.
I'm telling you, the boy can't play. Now, well, he need to be at Troy for a minute. The boy, he's in over his head. There ain't nothing. Uh, uh, Conference USA,
You ain't gonna give.
Sunbelt.
You ain't gonna give him
That boy,
Tulane, man. You,
that boy
you,
Summerall don't want him. He's in over his head.
University
So
of Tulsa.
there you go, Golden Hurricane. There you go, right
Oh,
there.
okay,
There you
come
go.
on, man.
Golden
Put him in the
Hurricane.
American League. Don't give him the big to
Well,
Troy.
that's you get my drift. You get my drift. He's in over his head. Slam. And real talk, we'll talk, Mildred. Here's the deal. If you're Steve Sarkisian, you bench him, okay? Or you sit down and you be honest with him. Hey, listen, what that boy Cam Ward
Yeah,
went first round, first
yeah,
pick in the first round. He
yeah,
started off at Incarnate Word.
yeah.
He started off at Incarnate Word. Then he left and went to Washington State.
Then he went
Hello.
to the U.
Then he went to the U. Quarterbacks need reps, okay? They need exposure and playing time. Now, playing time at Texas could cost Steve Sarkisian his job, because I promise you, he lose 4 next year, his ass is on the streets, okay? It's
Yeah.
all about timing if you're a coach. And most importantly, now just know this, Arch Manning's NIL is somewhere between 3.6 and $6 million. So you're bitching, you got all them money people, because in Texas, you got a lot of people to answer to. That's why,
Mhm.
that's why Nick Saban said when the job came over before they hired Sark, tell about Nick Saban going to take Nick Saban. No, I ain't. Too many people you got to answer to in Texas. No, I don't want nothing to do with that job. But you got all them people you got to answer to if you put him, if you keep him, if you bench him. And especially you got to explain to Eli, Peyton, and his granddaddy, Archie Manning, why you didn't put his ass on the bench. So if you got all that to contend with and you can go to the NFL, shit, it's a no-brainer.
Obviously, I'm taking it. Duh.
Eh, Deuces, deuces, dose, mofo.
Those mofo. All right. So
Yeah,
we
man.
on the
Yeah, man.
so while we talk about D1.
Okay,
We both
okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. We both Okies. That's true. That's true.
Oklahoma, Missouri.
You know what, Slam? Take care of your business. Take care of your business. And and haters, my critiques. Okay, you're from Oklahoma, you're anti-Sooner. I am not anti-Sooner. I'm a realist. Okay, but you must tip your cap, and I will. To Brett Venables, that man navigated a schedule from hell. He went to Neyland Stadium, Tennessee, and won.
Mm.
He had an open week to get ready for Alabama, who had only had one loss at the
That was a
time.
homecoming too, coach. He beat him in a
Come on.
homecoming.
They went to Tuscaloosa, Bryant Dennis Stadium. Statues of Paul Bear Bryant and Nick Saban outside. And he went up there and dismantled
Okay.
the Alabama offense. But one thing, and I will give him, you got to give Brent Venables credit for this. He played to his strengths. He got some depth in that defensive line. He turned them boys loose on their ass, and he choked the running game from Alabama. And when he got to be third and long,
Had
the
Ty
number
Simpson running.
for his life, the number one way you win in football,
Affect the quarterback.
he did that well, and you have got to tip your hat to him for that. And the other
There
thing
you
that he did, and the other thing that he did on that offense, and this is what, while yeah, I'm happy for them, but this is what keeps Oklahoma from being in the elite. You talk about Texas A&M, we talk about Indiana, you talk about Ohio State, and the elite in the FBS. Here's Oklahoma's Achilles heel. They have no running game. Tailback position.
At tailback position. Because John
Okay.
Material take off with the ball, man.
Thank you. They're the Buffalo Bills on a budget. Josh, Josh Allen
No, you
was
said the Buffalo. I thought you meant the Eagles.
budget on a budget. The Buffalo Bills on a budget. You know,
Buffalo
back,
Bills.
well, the Buffalo got that Cook kid. Now they got a running back football. But for years, it was common knowledge. Buffalo Bills' best running back was
Was
Josh
Josh.
Allen, their quarterback. And that boy Brett Venables, now he told that Arbuckle guy as OC, I don't give a damn how you run the football. If John Mateil's our best running back, hell, give it to him for 30 times. I don't give a damn. And they did. So you got to give him credit. For Missouri, if they could somehow pull off a win today, that they got 7 wins right now. They're number 22 in the country. If they could win today, then win at Arkansas. They have 9 wins. You get a real good bowl game.
Mhm.
But Brett Venables got to take care of business today and take care of business because they for Missouri comes to town and if Missouri doesn't play that quarterback Prebola, what's his name?
Prebola.
Priola? Yeah, they got no chance because that freshman quarterback. Now that running back Ahmad Harvey, he can run that rock slam.
Hit 197 carries for 20 touchdowns.
He put up 3 bills on Mississippi State. So they got, but that plays to Oklahoma's strength. Oklahoma shut down Alabama's running game. Hopefully, surely they ought to
They
shut
do the
down
same for
Missouri.
Missouri.
But take care of your business, Boomer Sooners. Take care of your business, Brett Venables. Win today. Then LSU comes to town with an interim head coach. And big shout out to you know your brothers, Frank Wilson. Pull for you, Frank, but I don't think you got no chance coming to Norman last game of the season. And you know that if they win today, you come to town. Yeah, they gonna whip your ass. And Oklahoma should, with a 10-win season, qualify for the tournament. And if they do that, Milton, gosh almighty, man, you got to tip your hat to Brett Venables. That's a hell of a job of coaching. Hell of a job of coaching. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Always a pleasure to be in the studio with you again, Coach.
Yeah, dog, man, this is off the chain, kid, folks. This is off the chain, man. I had a ball, man. I gotta get coming and get ready for the South Carolina State, Delaware State game. What's your take, Sam? What's your take?
Experience is always the best teacher, Coach. I'm gonna go with the team who's been here the most times before with the most experienced head coach. So I got South Carolina State winning this one.
Yeah. Pulling for Chennis Berry and the South Carolina State Bulldogs. You got to commend Deshaun Jackson. He's upstart for real. What he's done in his first year on the job, you have got to commend that brother. But here's what I want to see: South Carolina State, toughness. And I told Mike Summers, I told my little brother this. I said, what you need to be looking for, because I always kid him. He never played at South Carolina State now. He played a couple of years in the NFL. He's in the South Carolina State Hall of Fame. He about the Bulldog.
Mhm.
But told Mike, I said, South Carolina State must show toughness. Okay? They must show toughness on both sides of that tackle box. O-line, D-line, on the line of scrimmage. Because what I really want to see is a Jackson State. I'm PV. Big shout out to Tremaine Jackson, what he's done with that football team. But I want to see Jackson State
and South Carolina State
in a rematch. Yeah. That's really what I want to see. Because them Jackson State people think South Carolina State is Charmin.
Mm.
It's good toilet paper.
Oh, yeah, real good. It's better than Angel Soft. Better than Angel Soft, Coach.
He's soft, as drugstore cotton. That's what South Carolina Jackson State thinks that of South Carolina State. So I'd like to see a rematch, and he the bros. That's my frat brother. So I'm pulling for you, Chennis. Come on now, got to make it happen.
We appreciate everybody tuning in to this week's episode of Homespun Sports Talk with a twist of down home wisdom. Shout out again to Mr. Richmond Webb. We appreciate you so much for coming back on our show. The link to your former show will be in the description. Y'all make sure y'all go check out both of those. Richmond Webb has been on the show frequent amount of times. We
And he was
love
our very
having him
first
on.
guest. Sim, you know he was our when you said
Very first
Slim,
guest.
you said that
Our very first guest, man.
he was. Yo, Slim,
Yeah.
you said, Pops, if we gonna get this thing moving in the right direction, because for years, folks, it was just me and Slim. Just me and Slim. And then one day, Slim, you said, Pops, if we gonna get this thing going in the right direction, we gotta have invited guests. And then in Richmond, man, a dude I met in 1986. Slim, that's far forward. When I met him in 1986, was our very first guest. Future Hall of Famer for sure. One of the greatest Texas A&M Aggies, certainly. And Rich, man, again, thank you, my brother. Thank you,
Thank you for
man.
being our martyr, man. Really.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Appreciate you,
Great.
appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Y'all, hey, again, y'all hit the comments, y'all like, subscribe, tear this video
Please
up, man.
subscribe.
Make this go viral, man. It's too good not to. It's too good not to.
Yeah. We gonna come back. We gonna come at you strong. We ain't gonna come
We'll
at you
come at you
long.
long. All right, y'all.